remove this beauty cover. There's these little clip locks, see, they just pop right out. Well, some of them. See this thing here? You're gonna pull this up. So see, there it goes. You pull that up and then it should come out. And then see, this expands when you push it back in. Okay. Underneath this tab, there is a little piece of plastic. You press it up, and then you can get it off. See, there's the tab. See this little piece of plastic right here? It'll be like this, so you press it up. Press it up, and then you can get this thing off. This is how you get to the radiator to get it out. See here, these little tabs? This should slide off. Let's see what happens here. There we go. Gonna do the same thing over here. Take these rubber things out and put them somewhere, don't lose them. And the smaller side, this side goes up, the larger side goes down. This piece here, they put the clamp upside down. So I just bang through this with a screwdriver, and I'm going to try to pry this off. Shouldn't be too difficult, just plastic. You want to be very careful though, because you got the condenser coil there too. I can't get this out because I have the hose disconnected here, but it's going to be too difficult to try to pull the hose through there. So I need to get this hose off. There we go. I'm going to very carefully work both ends of this out of here. Hopefully I can get my hand in here and undo those two clamps. I moved the clamp on the transmission cooler line as far forward as I could. Then see, when you push the radiator in, you can see the clamp now, so you can get to it from this side with the pliers if you have to. I'm going to see now if I can pull the hose off, so that way I'll be able to get to the clamp on the coolant hose below that. And I have to take the battery tray out. I removed the battery tray, see down there, and then I was able to, it was very difficult, but I was able to get the pliers onto that clamp to remove that hose. See here, there's an opening now, because when the battery cover's out, there's an opening here. I could stick my hand in there. And then I can work over here. I have my channel locks on the clamp holding it open. Now I'm going to go under the car and try to pull the hose off. So make sure you got something down there to catch the coolant that spills out. Things I want to show you here. Down here, this transmission cooler line, I had to bend it down, And then over here, I had to break this stupid thing off. And I had to break off the drain part off because it sticks out too far in order to get the radiator out. And now I'm having trouble getting this to go in because it's too long. These people had any sense, they would have designed this part where it screws into the body so that you can unscrew it, put the radiator in, and then reinstall it. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to remove the bumper cover and the bumper from this car to be able to do this. So you're gonna come over here to these clamps and just pull this thing up with a small screwdriver. Oh, there it goes. It's out. Same thing over here, pull that. Oh, this one just came out. Now I have to come under here and remove these Phillips screws. They're on both sides. Go into the top of the wheel well here. Right there. Right where my thumb is there. There's another Phillips screw you gotta take out. Same thing on the other side. Now, it should pull right off. Look at this styrofoam. This is supposed to be safe in a car, right? Styrofoam. Yeah, great idea. Let's see if, there we go. This just pulls right out. Rid of that crap. Hey, here's the actual bumper. Okay, and here, in these holes, there's nuts in there that hold it on. So, gonna need a long socket to get in here. Remove the 13mm nuts. There's 3 on each side. Then the bumper comes off. But be careful because there is a wire right here. See, that's hanging. Not much I can do about it because it's got that clamp there. Put this here to, put that there to elevate it up some. All I can see the wire there, just elevate it. I got this set up on top of the right side of the condenser. When you guide it in, the problem I'm having is right here. The stupid drain pipe is too long and it's catching on this in there because this coil doesn't come out enough. Make sure down here that these rubber feet are attached to the, well, the radiator has a foot on it. Make sure it goes in that hole. Finally got this thing in here. Now you're going to take each end, these right here, and you have to clip them into here. They support the condenser. Like that. There's also one on the bottom. You have to line them up at the same time like this and then just set it down, and you got to do the same thing on the right side. Pick this up. See, you have it lined up with the top of that clamp and the top of the bottom clamp, and then at the same time, and then you push it down. Now I'm going to work on getting this hose in, and I'm not going to be inconsiderate like the other person was that put this in, where they had the clamp upside down. I'm going to make sure the clamp's on the top this time, so next time if somebody has to ever change this thing again, the clamp will be right here right in here, when you pull this out, you'll be able to get to it right there on the top. First, you put this clamp on the radiator, and then you attach the hose after, and then now you're going to pinch the clamp and get it on the hose. What you're going to do is just pull this pipe out, and now you're going to take your pliers, compress the clamp, and turn it so that way it's on the top. Now when you put it in, you'll be able to go through from the top to get to it. This was very difficult to do. I had to use my vice grips to hold the clamp, and I had to pretty much open the clamp almost as much as it would open to be able to get it to move on this hose. Now I can release the vice grips to lock the clamp. Next, I'm going to go through here with my hands and reinstall the transmission cooler lines. I'm not going to show that because there's not good lighting in here, and there's all this crap in the way, so you're not really going to be able to see what I'm doing. I'm going to put the battery tray back in. You have to mess with it to get it in because it's a tight fit. It's like everything in this car is. And it has to go under here. See, almost got it in. There's a wire here, we have to get it around. There's 7 of these bolts, if I remember right, or from before. Ridiculous. This is a tough job, so I recommend if you don't have a lot of experience working on cars, you probably should just pay somebody to do this, because this was very stressful. But I'm glad I got it done and was able to make a video and show everybody. Here's a tip here, trying to get this bolt in here. I got a screwdriver over here. I push up on it, see it moves it. It lines up that hole better. And I can try to get this bolt in there. Here's the car. It's all beautiful again. Got the beauty covers back on. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna fill it up here with as much coolant as it'll take. Then you're gonna run the engine for at least 20 minutes, let it warm up. And you're gonna run it with the cap off so all the air can escape the system. Then I noticed this morning, after letting the car sit overnight, the fluid level dropped a little bit after I took the cap off, so I just added some more coolant. So you're going to want to check it maybe 3 or 4 more times as you drive the car, and also make sure it's not overheating by the temperature gauge. If it is, shut it off immediately. Check it and make sure it's not overheating before you go on any long trips. You want to make sure there's no leaks or anything, because you never know. Even though you put everything back together right, there could be leaks somewhere. And again, if you're not sure about your skills, because this was even for me, when I've been doing this stuff for years, as you know, I got hundreds of videos on this channel. This was very difficult for me to do. But I'm glad I got it done and was able to make a video to help somebody out there. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.